We got a lot of questions about the lie detector test. Katie, you told Us Weekly that you felt it was one person who refused to film with you and then went on to say, I think it came from one person who maybe set me up for something and made other people believe something untrue about me. Who was that person?
Emily.
What? I don't have that power.
I was set up.
I don't need a lie detector test to know that you're lying. Katie said on camera, I'll even take a lie detector test.
I'm not talking about story with bloggers.
Okay, listen, I believe
I'll take a lie detector test. Lie detector test. I didn't f***ing do it.
That's where it came from. It was not my idea.
Okay.
And then it was like, let's have a lie detector test. And I understand, it's like, they're 86% accurate. They're not admissible in court.
I heard if you clench your butthole, you can pass it.
She told me that.
And y'all came up with the questions, I might
And
add.
that was my only input.
Well, production found the lie detector people because there are only a few that will go on camera.
Yeah. I'm sitting here telling you I had no way to set you up. And if I did set you up, first of all, they would have filmed it if I set her up. If I was like pulling the lie detector people over to the side and I'm like, hey, the girl named Katie, make sure you fail her. They would have filmed that.
But they did have you guys say, we've got her. There's a plan.
All that was, Katie, was there was a lie detector test
You
about
felt like
to happen.
this was gonna settle
And
it.
I thought you were gonna fail the lie detector test.
But you know how it looks
was
to me
totally
watching that.
legitimate.
Look, it wasn't my idea. I don't need a lie detector test to know that you're lying. I already knew that.
I wasn't expecting you to fail every question, honestly, because even
I
if it's like,
was.
first of all, if you're gonna set someone up, everybody knows you're gonna cheat on the test. You gotta get one or two wrong.
Right,
you know?
exactly.
All right, I want to pick back up at the beginning of the season. Gretchen, Jim from San Diego wants to know if you had reservations about coming back to the show and spending time with Tamra, or did you think you would have the upper hand this time?
Oh, I mean, I definitely had reservations because we had a long history together for sure. But my intent in no way was like, I'm coming for Tamra. That was not my thought process at all.
Gretchen, Chase in Salt Lake City wants to know, how does Slade contribute to the household?
Well, what you guys didn't see on camera, I said when Slade goes to the grocery store, it comes out of his account.
How do you decide who pays for stuff? Like, you buy groceries. Do you split the groceries? Just is one in charge? Like,
It's like, if I go to the grocery store, I buy the groceries. If he goes to the grocery store, he buys the groceries.
Whatever your relationship is with Slade is
Really nobody's
absolutely
anybody's business.
your business and
Yeah.
whatever. The only reason it was even a conversation is because we were talking about getting married and you said you couldn't marry him because of financial reasons. That was never going to be on the table.
Slade is trying to get caught up on debt and trying to get the things resolved within. But you also don't want to take that on in a marriage. I don't want to take it on.
And then you got engaged. That's why we thought it was fake.
And not one of us ever said that your relationship was fake.
No, it was about the proposal based on what you had told me on camera.
With this ring, I hope you'll say yes.
It would be an honor and a privilege.
That was a very real moment for me to be there getting engaged to the man I loved after his son had just been in the hospital and was told that he was going to die. I wanted to show that man how much I loved him. That's what that was about.
Okay.
I always thought it was because you wanted to get married, like, on TV and have Bravo pay for the wedding.
No.
So when do you think you'll be ready?
I mean, I'm ready whenever. I just don't think that's something that we wake up every day talking about.
You have a child together.
Yes,
That's
I
the
know.
biggest commitment
like,
of all.
Exactly. Like, I don't, what were you going to say?
But in
Gretchen?
God's eyes, don't you think you should be married?
She is married in God's eyes. They had a ceremony.
A few years ago, we actually got married, but with an ordained pastor.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
You're married?
Well, we didn't go down to the courthouse and get
Not
like...
legally.
Yeah, not like illegal paperwork, but we did it.
You had
with-
the ceremony.
Yeah, we did it, the
nice.
ceremony, and Skylar was there, and it was
Yes.
very special for us.
Riley from Macon, Georgia said, Gretchen, you mentioned several times during Heather's sleepover how Fireball gets you wild. Were you looking for liquid courage to bring up the rumor?
No, I had no intent of bringing that up.
This person referred to in the affair rumor, whose identity we have not disclosed, vehemently denies the allegation and insists that it is a complete fabrication.
Like, this was not a premeditated thing. This was a very...
Bullshit. Sorry.
When I
I'm not talking to you. So be
Well, I'm
quiet.
going to talk to you next, 'cause that's part of this process,
Let me
girl.
finish this, girl.
I don't know why she's such a hard
So weird.
Gretchen tried to bring this song out at Vicky's house. The
When?
night that she called, oh, is Eddie gay?
So do you know if Eddie's gay or not?
I saw him making out with a guy.
That night.
When was that conversation happen at that party?
Oh, God.
Okay, years ago. Okay.
Yeah.
I want to move on Emily Jonah in Providence, Rhode Island said, why would you bring up this rumor to Tamra when Gretchen asked you not to?
I was really irritated by the fact that we had just been at the beach.
Yes.
And they had had a conversation, and they both came back to the table holding hands.
Agreed to a truce.
And they agreed to it.
And then this happened.
And I was really hopeful. I was very hopeful that we were going to move forward, that we weren't going to.
And
and in fairness, you guys
about
are right
Gretchen.
with that.
One
You're totally
word
right with
in
that.
Temecula.
Okay, can I talk to that though? You guys, absolutely. I agree. I do agree with them on that, and I want to apologize to you for doing that. But I'm just telling you that was part of what was out in the press, and that's the problem sometimes I have with you is you go, if it's out in the press, then it's true, and I'm going to bring it up on camera. So you're always allowed to say that and do that. But if somebody else does it, then we're like the assholes.
Tamra, Nolan in San Antonio wants to know, why are you overreacting about this rumor when it was from so long ago? Don't you also bring up old dirt on people?
What have I brought up recently?
Jen of having an affair.
Well, you brought up
2
tonight
years ago.
that Shannon recorded Vicky.
Yeah, because she's going after Katie about it when she's done the same thing. That's being a hypocrite.
You know what my intent was? To make sure
I know you
everyone
made
was
that
safe.
clear. You made that clear.
Everybody was safe. So then why did you call me and tell me who the hell would be with Vicky? She treats her boyfriend
I didn't
like
say that.
Okay.
Yes, you did.
I didn't say that.
Okay, well, you just proved the point of this question.
Was 2 years ago.
No, I
And
understand. But the point of the question was you bring stuff up all the time. And you just brought up two things.
I have
Just
several things.
Just
Case
then.
in point.
Tamra, you
Just
told
then.
Jenna, shut up.
No, don't. You know what? You need to stop speaking to me that way.
Okay.
Because what is wrong
Okay, hold
with
on.
you?
I'm trying to prove a point.
You did a very good job.
Thank you. Well, I mean, it's just.
I follow.
Thank you. Okay.
We're not the only ones that bring up stuff from the past. She does
Something
too.
to say on this.
I am coming from a place of kindness.
Okay.
I know that.
Okay.
Continue to do that, though. Don't let somebody else affect how you continue to do that. When we were at your house for cake decorating, you threw out again that I've had all these affairs, and then we went outside, and you said, "Oh my God, I was mad, and I probably made it up."
You poked me.
I
I
didn't
was
make
mad.
it up, but it was something I heard. I should have never. I regretted saying that, but that conversation that we were having at the table was getting really heated.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
But it's
And I
jealousy.
I'm not talking to you.
Oh my God.
You think you are? Like, honestly.
I know. I don't know.
I have to listen.
So
I have to listen to
disrespectful.
anything she says.
But didn't you have pictures at the cake party of her having some affair?
Here he is again. Here he is again.
Well, that's not Tamra, you show up with evidence every single time we
Here
get
it is.
together.
Here it is again.
You got your videos, you got your photos.
Because I've had it at that point. I had it.
Did you have it at that point when I did it when you brought it up at the very beginning? Like there was no
I don't
reason
know
for
what
you to
you're talking
even
about.
bring
But
all
when-
that up back then.
Everybody
See,
just
she
wave
just
everybody
forget
off,
about.
Tamra.
No, I'm
You
just
won't
waving you
listen
off.
to what
You
anybody else
are.
says. I'm talking about 15 years ago, Tamra, when you made up all the lies about me back then.
The night before we went to Del Mar, my cell phone rang. And it's a guy. And he says, it's Gretchen's boyfriend. I need to talk to her now.
What was
I
the
didn't
reason
make any
then?
lies about you 15 years
Okay,
ago.
sure, you didn't.
It was the affair.
Yes, me and Vicky both
And
walked
then
in and
at-
Gina Keogh saw you sitting on lap making out with them.
Oh my God, you're such a f***ing liar.
You're a f***ing liar.
No, you are a f***ing
piece
liar.
of sh**.
You
You're
are
a
the piece of
loser.
sh**.
Piece of sh**.
Okay, Tamra.
For so f***ing long, you've been coming after me.
No, I haven't.
You've been going after
No.
my husband. You're going
No,
after
I'm
me.
not.
You've been going after
No,
my
I'm not.
kids.
No, I
I don't
haven't.
talk about you.
Okay, you don't talk about me
This
ever.
is insane.